Hello everyone, my name is WoltyBird and welcome back to Techopolis 3. Last time we did a bunch of stuff, amongst which we set up this monstrosity here, which creates automatic technium ingot. I was gonna say automatic, that doesn't seem very automatic to me. There's like 0 of them in here. Why? Oh wait, no, I get it. This is why. There we go, fix the problem. Yeah, that seems a bit better. That looks better. I also set up this ISO right here, which creates iron, tin, aluminum, and steel. Now, that is where the first part of this video is going to come in, because that steel cannot be automated. To automate steel, we need to go down here into the alloy it chapter, and we need to make reinforced black bricks for our advanced guy. Blast furnace, improved blast furnace, that's what it's called. So for that, we need steel plates. Steel plates, easy enough. We go and the solidifier guy with the smelter, that's super easy. Reinforced blast bricks, we need a bunch of black bricks to make these. How many do we need actually? Wait. So it's the same as this, I think, like the old one. So we need 27, which would be 50, 64. Is that a stack? No, it's not a stack. I'm dumb. We need a bunch. It's more like 54 because I'm smart. Either way, I think this should be enough. Like that should be enough of them. And also I made the kiln. I just picked out the kiln bricks. Which would mean that we can now make the alloy kiln. Why do we want to make the alloy kiln again? What is your purpose? I don't remember. What do? You do electrum and stuff, constantant. That's what you do. There's something very important with that. We need to make bronze. That's the important part. Okay. I'm going to automate steel first, though, because steel is good, and then we need to automate redstone, which is going to be the next part. But I'm going to wait for that to keep it going. In the meantime, I am going to get my plate mold, which I have, or not. I guess I don't have it. Luckily, the plate mold can be made using a pressure plate. Like, we don't have to do a bunch of stuff. There we go. There it is. Quest complete, apparently. Cool. I didn't have one. That's nice. And now we just put a bunch of steel in here, and we get our 27 magoobers. 27, yeah, okay. I hope we only need 1 ingot per plate, because otherwise this is going to get really annoying. I actually think you get 2 steel plates per ingot, which is kind of wild, but either way, that means we now have all the reinforced blast bricks. So, quest complete. Yay! Now I just need to make 1 singular hopper. Oh, Jesus Christ, which shouldn't be too difficult, because we have a lot of iron. I'm very wealthy. Annoying part is, though, that I'm going to have to remove this entire thing, and that's going to take a while. It's a bit awkward. I'm going to have to remove a thing here, but if we just make a little holy hole right down here... That was a lot of logs. We should now be able to put a hopper and bonk. There we go. Wow, that looks way worse somehow. Oh god. So preheaters left and right. What is that? Does that do anything? How do I input? I'm guessing that. No. Huh? I've never really used one of these guys. Is that? No, that's not. How do you? What? How do you use this? Wait, use the hammer to form. Yes, bricks at the top. This allows to use immersive placers to place immersively. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's cool. But like, how do I automate? Because this ain't automatic, sonny. All right, it connects from the top. That's something. It's not going in from the top, but it is connecting. So what if I do this? We just, all of these disconnect from here. No one touchy. Thank you. Okay, so what if, and wild idea, hear me out here. If I do, not that, that's the wrong guy. If I do this, and then configurator you away, and then this, and this is going to look really bad, but it's going to be fine. Don't even worry about it. This is all good ideas, very good ideas. We pull you here. Look at this genius. That is now above here. We can't actually do that. That was like one of the rules. There we go. I still want this to be somewhat aesthetic, so we can't be doing anything we want. That and that and that should be good. Where is that wood going? That wood is now in limbo. That is great. Or is it? Yeah, that wood is in limbo. Awesome possum. If I put some like, oh wait, what am I trying to do here? Oh yeah, I'm trying to pull this charcoal into here, but how to do that? Good thing we can buy an engineer's manual and check the thing. So what would that be under? Maybe multiple constructions? Improved blast furnace. All right. So the improved blast furnace is a much more professional way of creating steel. Not only does the automation of in and output, it can also be outfitted with preheaters to speed up the refinement process by addition of hot air. The furnace is made from reinforced bricks, a prime choice for aspiring first steel engineers. That's not what it said, but sure. Structure of the furnace is similar to the crude predecessor, blah, blah, blah. Steel is output at the front of the furnace, slag at the back, and the furnace will automatically output to connected inventories or conveyor belts. All right. That makes a lot of sense, actually. That's yeah, okay, so, all right. Well, that's easy to fix. The question is input. Do I need to be using conveyor belts? The whole thing with, like, the inventories, that's super easy. That I can do right now. I'll just put this drawer on the front, and it should be doing the thing. So I'm guessing this should work, and then we just pull that like this. That is probably fine. Okay, that is in fact working, which is great. The other thing I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to put another one of these guys on the back. So we'll just do this for the slag, and that should be fine. I'm guessing the input is from the top in that case. How do I get the iron to do that? This is, oh my god. This is actually really annoying. Is there like an inputting guy? There's a dropper. Okay, so if I let an item go on this, that's probably going to go down. So we make a dropping conveyor belt, and we make a bunch of normal conveyor belts, which means we need a bunch of air sets leather, which I should have over this way. Well, I say should have, it's not really doing the thing, so I'm going to do that for now, because it's using it for basic technium, which is fine. I need that as well. I'm going to take these 7. Those are mine. And we also need to make redstone. I just realized. All right. Cool. Let's set up redstone automation then. Yay. Actually, no, not quite automation yet, because we need to automate this blast furnace before we can automate the redstone blast furnace. Before now, we can do it manually, because whatever. It's fine. We'll just do that. And activate you. Then we need to make a dust mold. That's pretty easy. Just 4 black bricks, a piece of salt. We get the dust mold. So the dust mold is used to make salt. No. What is the dust mold for? Salt can be used to make dust mold. The dust mold will... The dust mold, when used inside the solidifier, will create dust. Okay, so I don't actually need that right now, I'm guessing. Probably not. I don't think I need that for the redstone stuff, so that's fine. Burnt redstone is just salt inside of the blast furnace. Super easy, super simple. I'm just going to need a bunch of extra charcoal, which I don't really have, but okay. Actually, I had quite a lot of it. There we go. So that's going to go. That's going to make burnt charcoal. Burnt charcoal can be used in a rock washer to make 1 redstone ore, which is 1 redstone. So actually, each salt gives 1 redstone. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, other than the fact that you need to put sand into a blast furnace and then that sand into it again. That sucks. Either way, that should be enough for the conveyor belts that we need. If I just do that, let that go. Hopefully that does the burnt redstone. I'm guessing it should. I'm going to throw this cobblestone out. Yeah, so the dropping conveyor belt, I'm guessing is a conveyor belt with a dropper. That would make sense. No, iron trapdoor, but it's just conveyor belt, so we're going to do that. Get these guys, then go over to a normal furnace, I think. Yeah, look at that. Just normal furnace. Wild. I mean, it's half the speed of a blast furnace, but still, it's just a normal furnace. That's very rare nowadays. Speaking of rare, how many of these guys do I have? 56. I'm kind of poor now, because I bought whatever thing I bought last time that cost a lot of tech bucks. At least now we can actually make the conveyor belts, so that should be good. Nice. No quest for that, which is unfortunate. We can also make these guys to increase the speed, but I don't think we have space if I want to keep this form factor for that. Now comes the big question, the billion-trillion-dollar question. How does this work? Do we need an extracting guy as well? Because I can make one. What I'm thinking is that if we pull the iron from here into a barrel, or drawer, I guess, into a drawer up there, extracting conveyor belt pulls it into the dropping guy, which throws it down. And then we put another one on top of that, with the same thing, but for charcoal. It might work. It might work. I don't think I've ever actually done anything with immersive engineering conveyor belts. Well, no. Okay. So there was this one time when I played a pack called Stranded something. It's like, it's called Stranded something. You spawn in a desert world. There's like cities. You have a crash landed little shuttle guy. No, it's called Crash Landed. That's what it's called. And I had a perimeter that used cactus to be like a shield or a wall, I guess. Actually, wall is probably more apt. And then I put conveyor belts all around that so I could get the cactus that dropped off every once in a while. So I used it as a shield or a wall and a cactus farm, which was pretty sick. I kind of like that setup. And I think I streamed that entire thing. It's just that eventually I got so bored with that pack for no reason. Oh well, anyways, there's that thing done, which means we can now make the strip curtain. You get 3. That's great. That is actually amazing. That means I a lot less work. Just so much less work. Can I put this in here? No. No, you need to do it this way. All right, cool. Let's pull you out. Let's get you in there again. Do I have another ingot mold? No, I don't. It's been used up. Okay, so iron mechanical component makes the thing, and then we get the thing from here, which is the treated wood planks, and extracting conveyor belt. Sick. All right, I don't think I've ever actually made that, so that's fun. And then we just make another one of my trusty little drawer guy. How do we make this? I don't remember how to make this. Oh yeah, we need a little core guy. That's what we need. I say this pretty much every time I play a pack. It's just that, you know, you always forget that you need to do different things in different mod packs. And it's just, you know, I haven't played for a week because I've been busy. I got a new job and stuff. Oh god, I'm doing like boy boss things. You know how girls say they girl boss? Yeah, I'm boy bossing right now, and it's painful. I don't like it. It's like an adult grown up job where I kind of wear like a suit and I go to an office, and oh god, it's terrible. Either way, spruce drawer. That's all I need. So we're gonna place this up here, and we're gonna hope that this works. Oh god, if it doesn't work. So I'm thinking if I place this here, where is that gonna go? If I place something in there, that's just gonna pull it out. Okay, so we need to move this back 1 block. That's fine. I can probably make do with that. It's not ideal, but all right, let's try that again. Put the bricks in here, and that just pops straight down. That is like picture perfect. That is exactly what I wanted. And then we'll just make another one for the coal. So if I connect this up, are we like good to go? Okay, I think this is connected. We do this. We do that. This starts pulling iron. It works. It actually works. Oh my god, I made something work with immersive engineering. That is like a first for me. This is incredible. Is it actually producing? No. No, because, you know, of course it wouldn't be producing. That would be way too easy. Do I need to put a hopping guy there? Maybe that's the thing. If I put like a dropper conveyor belt, it might work. Because then it will go on the dropper conveyor belt and then drop through. So wait, if I... Okay, so wait, if I do this, how do you make a trapdoor? That's how you make a trapdoor. You never do iron trapdoors. Okay. Going down. So this might work. And now everything's just getting pulled out on here, so that's great. Oh my golly gosh, that's a lot of things. How do I... Please stop doing this. Please stop it. Please don't. This is terrible. That is everything that... Oh, it's so much wood. It's so much wood. I can't use all of this. I'm just gonna throw it out. So if iron goes on there, what happens? It just moves. This doesn't drop at all. Oh, now it did. Okay, so if it lands perfectly, then it sometimes... That's going in. That right there looks like it's going in. This should be 8 now. Okay, this works. As long as I don't stand here, I think it always works. I'm just going to look for when there's another one coming. And I'm going the wrong way. Okay, here's one. It's coming up. We are currently on 8. It's going to go, and it's going to be like plonk 9. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, probably mostly gentlemen, we have automatic steel. It's been done. Techopolis 3, automatic steel. We're into the pack. We're into the pack. That's good news. So next up would probably be automating redstone. And then we can really get into stuff. Because this is when we can start making things like the metal press. Which is so much faster than this guy over here. I hate this guy. He sucks. And also we could probably start getting into mechanisms, right? Because that's basic universal cable. And I'm guessing that mechanism comes around... Maybe down here somewhere? Like pure? Yeah, there's mechanism. So we are getting close. And these guys will be so useful. Like just so incredibly useful. So the first step to automating the redstone is probably going to be just mapping out all the steps. So we're going to have to do some smelting for the redstone ore piece. And for that, we need a rock washer and a burnt redstone and some water. Of course, we'll have to add one of these. And for that, we need improved blast furnace and salt. And for the salt, we need improved blast furnace and sand. So these are the things that we need. That shouldn't be too hard. So we'll make one of these machines, the miner guys, for sand. We don't actually need stone, so we only need 1 tier of this, which makes it gives us a lot more space to work with in terms of height, because we have the entire second floor to do the thing with. How do we make the miners? The mine... advanced mine. Can we make advanced miner? No, that's like advanced technium. But we can make the basic miner. I was gonna double check that. I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, we can't do that yet. But the miner nowadays, super simple. Sturdy machine frame is just, 6 of these guys. And the rest we have. Because we're auto-producing coal gears. Okay, well, not auto-producing, but we're auto-producing the coals. And I know this is a mini coal, but we can craft it back and then just put it into a smelter guy. It's super easy. Do I have a gear cast? And also, can I get my coal? Thank you. Gear cast would be really useful to have. Yes, we do. All right, cool. And we do put these in here, and we get our coal gears, so we can make an infinite amount of these guys. Yeah, and stone gear we are auto-producing. Okay, so with a little bit of expansion right here, we can now start working on putting down the miner, which again is super simple. Done that before. And then we're gonna have to start figuring things out. Like, what is the actual logistical setup going to be? Because it's a bit different from these guys, because we're gonna have to have 2 of those industrial furnaces, or the advanced blast furnace. And that's a bit of an issue, because automating that, if you guys remember from like a minute ago, which is a couple of days ago for me, but a minute ago when we set up the extractor guy here, it's a bit of a hassle. Like, this whole thing is a bit of a hassle, and I think all of this iron is kind of missing. Not that it matters. There's a full stack of iron in here. Oh, that's why it's missing, because it's like going outside when it's full. Well, that's fine. It doesn't matter. I mean, this is just extra iron anyway, so I'll just... Yeah, it doesn't really matter. And actually, speaking of having extra things, one, I'm going to make a pickaxe, but 2, I'm just going to steal this guy over here. Because this rock washer, I mean, I don't need it to be producing copper. I already have copper production for the techium. And right now, I'm producing so much. Like, we can look at this. I am overproducing copper fast as heck. Because I have a couple of extra stacks here. So, yeah, I'm just gonna not have any other copper production for now. That's probably fine. I'm not using that much copper anyway, so it doesn't really matter. All right, let's place the sand in here real quick. There we go. Place down the miner. This should now be running perfect. Okay, so what is the steps here? We need 1 improved blast furnace for the sand. So I'm guessing that's just going to be straight in front of here. So we'll do like a... How tall is that? It's 4 blocks tall, right? Yeah. So we'll do a logistical pipe to up here with the extractor into the thing. Or actually, might have to be 1 block higher. Or maybe we do the blast furnace on top of this, actually. If I place that there, does that stop working? No, that still works. All right. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now we're just going to do this again with the blast furnace. I honestly kind of like that idea I had of putting the blast furnace on top instead of having it like in front. Also, can we not... Oh, yeah, no, we can't blast. Or we can't smelt sand. We need to blast it. Well, good thing I have infinite glass over here. But yeah, so I like the idea of putting it on top. And luckily, we can use the slag from steel production to make our transport pipes. Look at that. Super cheap, super nice. I don't have to make bricks anymore. Not that they're hard to make, but it's just kind of annoying. So we just pull this up here. That should work nicely. And then we build the furnace. Again, I'm hoping I can just do this. This would be really, really useful if we can just put it right here. It might not work. I don't know yet. It might just make the miner magoober stop working, which would be unfortunate. So that's done. And this guy is not running. Yay. Oh, wait, no, he's full of sand. He's full of sand. It's fine. He is running. Goodbye, sand. You can go. I mean, this part of the process should be as simple as putting this guy right there. And then putting... Stop moving me. Please stop moving me. Thank you very much. Okay, this is great. And then putting this... Let's see here. How do I do this? Put you here. And then put... And then putting this chest over here, right? How did I do this over here? Yeah, so that has to be 2 blocks away. So I put the chest here, like so. Put the extractor magoober right here. Nice. So that should work for the sand. And then we just pull this up real quick. Also, if you're wondering what this chest is for, it's for the glass shards that you get. You get quite a few of them. I'm probably going to want to put a drawer there. But, oh well, it doesn't really matter for now. And then we do this. We change this back to heat or something like that. And that should give us sand. Nice. This also needs fuel. So I need to start doing that for this. Actually, I have an idea. It's not ideal because again, I said I didn't really want to like make the pipes and stuff cross over to the other ones, but it's probably fine. If I just put this furnace here and do that, this should now get filled up because these are producing more than one furnace can use anyway. I have a lot of cloches for no reason. But as soon as that's full, that's going to start producing charcoal. So if I just put this here as well, like so, put that to extract. That's not what I wanted. That's like so wrong. This is so wrong. Does it go in from the top? It goes in from the top. Awesome. Okay, let's try and redo this. So if I do this now, is it going to pull out logs? It is pulling out goddamn logs. Because of course it is. Alright, is it a stupid thing where I have to put it like this? Nope, that's not the way I wanted to do it either. I wanted the backside to be this way. How about now? Nope. Well, okay, this is actually pretty important to solve. Because we already have the issue of this guy. Because this isn't actually auto-outputting charcoal. I'm just manually putting it in every once in a while. Which is fine. I don't need that much steel for now. So I can make do with it. But we should probably try and solve this issue. And I think that lies in the... Is it? No, it's not the basic tech game. Is it this chapter? No, it's earlier than that. Is it in melting? Kind of. Yes, there it is. We need a logical sorter, I think. Because that can dictate what items gets pulled. And it's really cheap. We just need another base upgrade. And I mean, that's easy. I have the things for it on me. When we were actually at that chapter for doing this, I kind of skipped it because I was like, oh, I'm not going to need that for a while. It's fine. No, I do need it. So we need 2 item routers. Like that. I think that's both of them are. Yeah, they're both item routers. Okay. And then we need the upgrade. And then we are good to go with the logistical sorter. I don't actually remember how this works. I never use mechanism sorting. Usually when I do sorting, it's either from pipes or just any other mod that has logistics because it's usually easier. IMO. But if I put this on this guy right there. Can I... eject round robin for single item. New filter. Item stack. How do I choose what item I want to pull? I only want to pull charcoal. Save. New filter. Tag. I only want to put charcoal. No. Okay, so okay. We'll do item stack for now. That's fine. Okay. There we go. That's better. So now it's set to charcoal. Are you gonna do that? Eject. Oh, no. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, it might only do a stack at a time. It could be a stack thing. Which is fine. I think that's fine. I mean, I guess I'm gonna have to sit there and wait for this to hit that. In the meantime, I can start working on the next blast furnace, because that's gonna need work as well. This right here is not charcoal being pulled out. I am not witnessing the thing that I wanted to witness. That is actually more than mildly annoying. Is there a way to do this at all? For a single item, maybe? No. Maybe charcoal just doesn't work. Allow? No. Size mode? No, that doesn't work. Fussy mode? No. I mean, maybe this is just for filtering. So like, what if we do this? Thank you. I managed to figure out how to do it. Basically, a logistical transporter or sorter. I didn't know that. I didn't need that thing. What I'm doing instead is I'm just putting a hopper and piping it out. That works. I think this is self-sufficient at this point. And I don't think we're gonna run out of wood ever, because we're producing way too much of that stuff. Which means there's really only one thing left to do. First is to make 2 hoppers, which I could just craft myself, but using the list is funnier. Get my steel plates, put them in here, make the blast bricks. We make another one of these advanced blast furnaces. Just real quick, right here. We just put it right there. That's gonna be beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Just look at that. Wow. That looks amazing. We put a chest right there, and then we disconnect this, because that's gonna get really annoying. No! No. No, that's not where you're supposed to go. Oh, well. Yes, and then we just use the extracting. Is this high enough up? I mean, it might be. It actually might be. If we do it like this, it doesn't need to drop anywhere. It can just be. So that's gonna output there, then conveyor. Oh, that's wrong. Then conveyor this way, and then the dropping conveyor belt, right? We need the dropper. Oh, no, we don't. No, okay, we do need the dropping conveyor belt. That's fine. These guys should be going in now. Yes. All right. So you do that, and you keep wasting my salt. It's just going to go on top of here, which is great. Yay. Actually, no, that's sand. You, sir, are not supposed to do that. Thank you. Then we go and get another furnace, because we're going to have to make more charcoal again. And I should probably make yet another furnace, because we need to smelt the redstone at some point. So we'll just do 2 of these. I know I can unlock compressed furnaces, but I might not do that yet. I don't feel the need for it. I'm actually not producing anything where I need double of anything. And then we'll just do, I guess this. Is this a good idea? No, that looks ugly as fuck. I can't say that word. But it looks really bad. I'm just going to place it here. And then we'll pipe this down to there. That can't connect. Never mind. All right. We'll do this. Put it right here. That should work. And then we'll just hopper into the chest. That's wrong. And then we'll just hopper into the chest. Nice. And because of stupid things, I need to put a transporter on top of there as well. Okay, now it should work. And this is now producing burnt redstone. Cool. So next part is going to be putting the rock washer here. That'll work. It's just so simple. It's so simple and so beautiful. And now I just need my fluid pipes. Do I have fluid pipes? No. Can I steal fluid pipes? Sure can. I love stealth. Stealth? Stealing. Stealth. I still have this guy. He's full of water. I could have used that. No, I'm going to use this. There they are, my basic mechanical pipes, little babies. There we go. So this should be processing that. And then we put that into a furnace. Okay, so the drawer needs to be there. How do we manage this? We can pull from underneath. We can remove these planks. It's so stupid. All for the sake of symmetry. The drawer needs to be in the same spot every single goddamn time. It cannot be in a different spot. That is just absolutely non-negotiable here. So if we do a logistical transporter here, that goes around. Yes, it's gonna have to go around. This doesn't produce any like excess stuff. No, okay, that's good. If we now pull this guy through here under, over to this spot, and then we of course disconnect that because that's just dumb. And then we all the way back to white, brown, pink, none. Move this way. So we can put, this is so stupid. This is actually making me kind of mad because of how dumb it is. We put that furnace right there. And then we need to have this guy connect to the top. Actually, no, it probably doesn't matter. We can just have these connect to the same spot. It should be fine. There we go. So this pulls out, which will pull out the redstone and put it in here. And then we connect this up with this guy in a way that doesn't let the wood go back. Or at least the redstone to go this way. The redstone cannot go upwards. If I change this color, is that going to work? Can the redstone go upwards? Maybe. Does the wood go downwards? No. Huh. Is this where I use the logistical transport, the sorter? Hold up. If I do this, if I put this, if I put this guy here, and I change this to a piece of wood, if I could get a hold of one, there we go. So if I change this to this, save. No. Do you know what? I'm just going to do this. That's probably fine. That's going to pull a bunch of wood. It should pull a bunch of wood. Oh, that's still black, right? Is that the black one? Yeah, that's the black one. Okay. We'll just recycle. There we go. Is that wood coming? That sure does look like wood coming. I think this should be fine. I don't think there's any slots for the redstone to go other than here, so it's fine. And all the wood is going in. All the wood is going in. All right. Now we just need another hopper, and then we're good to go. Okay, so we do the little hopper right there. We do the drawer right there. We do a transporter from here to away with you. To here, away with you. Thank you. And then that. And now, redstone. We have redstone, automated redstone. Can you guys believe it? That is incredible. Moving on from that, we have two options. One of the options is starting work on electricity. But before that, I actually have some research I want to do. I want to do the Tom's blueprint research first of all, which is really easy, super easy. And the drawer controller would be a good idea. So we need 32. We need 32 drawers. Oh my god. Ugh. These take so long. It's so slow. Incredible. Oh, that's not where these are supposed to go. You are supposed to go in here. Thank you very much. I'm gonna have to make a bunch more spruce. Just like a ton more spruce over here. Because that is... Oh my god, it's so many drawers. Anyways, it's for a good reason. All of this is very useful. So, this will unlock the crafting terminal. Or rather, it will unlock Tom's simple storage mod just in general. Which is such a useful mod for us. Basically what it is it's early game refined storage. Or early game applied energistics, whatever one you like more. Really, really good to have. And I need 32 of these cores. Good god. In the meantime, we can do the Tom's blueprint because that's way easier. So, yeah. The reason why I want the cores as well for the drawer is because the... Oh my god, that is so much leather. I should probably connect this up again. You've done your thing. There we go. Do not go in. I swear to god. Thank you. But the reason why I want the drawer core thing right there is just... It's so much easier. It's way faster. Either way. We're going to take 3 of these and turn them into research. For now. How much research do I need? So this guy costs... Well, we actually have that, so I don't need research for that. I just need for the Tom's thing. which is 12, so that's not going to take that long. Which is good, because everything else takes a bunch of time. That's 10. But because I'm smart and crafty, there are things we can do while waiting for this garbage, which is also putting in some more planks. But what we can do is we can make some oak trims, or just trims in general, which requires even more of this stuff, which is fine. That's fine. I don't know if I have any more grass, but whatever, we'll just do this. Thank you. That'll waste all the grass, but we'll fix it later. So what these things are over here is oak trims. The version of storage drawers that we have in this pack are storage drawers. There is functional storage drawers and there is storage drawers. We are using storage drawers. I don't like that. I really, really, really dislike this mod for the simple reason that the only way to connect up all of your... Oh, that is so much trim. Jesus. The only way to connect up all of your drawers is to have them physically touching. They have to be physically goddamn touching. And it is so infuriating that they have to touch. That makes everything so much more annoying. So what we're going to have to do, that won't work. That literally will not work. So I will have to do that and then go the entire way over with trims to connect these up so we can use the controller. It's either that or clumping them together, which I could do. That's easier because we have the logistical transporters. But I also want these drawers to be where they are, as I've said before, which is the whole reason why this base looks like this, which is terrible. It looks very much like someone playing an industrial mod pack for automation that doesn't care about how the base looks. That is very much the vibe of my base right now. There we go. So we just place trims all the way, and these are going to connect up really nicely. And I keep missing. It's fine. These didn't fall off the edge, so no harm, no foul. That's how you say it, right? Yeah, no harm, no foul. See, English isn't my first language, so... I mean, that's probably something you guys have noticed, because obviously English is not my first goddamn language. Oh, that looks nice. I kind of like that in a weird, terrible way that looks awful and bad. I kind of like it. Cool. Do we have all the drawer cores that we need? I think we do, right? Oh, that's so close. Do you have an extra anywhere? No, that would have been too convenient. But yeah, so 32. And then we need 32 drawers. Where did the other 2 come from? I guess I have an extra 2. That's fine. So we put you... let's see here. You go there. You go there. You do that. And then you do... you do this. Hello? You don't do that? Why do you not do that? Drawer controller blueprint. It is a blueprint. I'm dumb. Okay. So it's a new blueprint. Let's put you in basic research. Thank you. Let's put you in here real quick. There we go. That shouldn't take too long. And then for Tom's, it was just 1 tech ingot, which is super easy. There we go. Oh my god. Oh my god. I need another 32 drawers. No. No. Oh my god. This... Oh, Ben. Ben, why have you done me dirty like this? 64 drawers to make 1. I should probably make another basic research crafter. How do we make these? Basic research crafter. Oh, God. It's so easy, but I don't want to do it. I can't be bothered. I'm going to do it. I've promised myself in this pack, compared to other packs that I play, which is basically every single one, I'm not going to be completely just like the laziest person in the world. Where do we make copper gears? Doesn't matter because I have 2 of them for some reason. Awesome. That actually, that really works in my favor. I think I have 2 coal gears as well somewhere. I made extra. Yeah, I made extra. I'm so smart. I have 2 extra on top of that copper gears. You see, this isn't an accident. This is just my unbound genius showing. There we go. There we go. Basic research craft. 2. There we go. All right. Just to speed up the process, because I literally physically do not have the time to sit here the entire day and just wait. So we can start making toms in the meantime. That doesn't even give a reward, which kind of sucks. So storage terminal is a toms core, which is just 8 planks. Well, that's easy. I'll make a bunch of those. I don't know how much we need. We are going to need storage terminal and inventory cable connector. I think that's what we need, and that's pretty cheap. So yeah. Yes, okay. I want to connect a bunch of chests, probably iron chests, because we have so much iron, and then connect up the drawer controller for all of these guys. That should be enough. But first, I want to make the terminals. So storage terminal is done. That was way too easy. I just had the things. And this is actually also really easy. I'll take colored planks. Thank you very much. I don't want to waste my spruce. Crafting terminal. Done and done. Where do we place this? Like, legitimate question. Where do we place this? Here? In the middle? Oh, I should probably have 4 of these, right? Which is such a waste, but I kind of want to have 4 of these. And do like a pillar in the middle. That is so dumb. I love it. So I just need more nuggets. Nuggets are cheap. I can make nuggets. That's 2 more. And then another one. Yeah, this is such a waste. I don't care. It's awesome. It's going to look super cool. It's going to look terrible. But I kind of want to do it anyway. I need more crafting tables. So if we make the inventory cables, which are like the cheapest part of this, I'm just going to wait for another one. We make the inventory cables. Put those right here. And this is going to be the terminal area. Not terminal like a child dying, but just a terminal. And then we're going to remove that dirt. And remove that dirt. And we are going to have all of the stuff down here. I really hope that the controller reaches this far with the trims. Because I want the trim to be over here. And that probably means we should also unlock the flight block. Yeah. Yeah, I should probably do a flight block. That sounds like a good idea. I now understand why it's here and why it's so expensive. That makes a lot of sense. So, to unlock this, we need 1 basic techie machine frame. And we need another 5. That's actually not that bad. It's pretty easy. All I need to do for that, really, is just get my gear mold. Where's my gear mold? There it is. Put my gear mold, put my coal, wait for that to do its thing. Didn't I have coal in one of these? Molten coal, yeah. All right. Let's put that in there. Get rid of it. Is this not working? Oh, it's not. There's not enough coal. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, we'll just wait for that. But anyway, so this is what it looks like. It just looks like your normal standard digital storage solution, even though it's kind of analog. I guess that's the point of Tom storage, really. The analogility. Is that a word? That's not a word. Analogility. Damn. I mean, if I wasn't an author, I don't know what I'd be. So let's put that in there. And then let's go get... We need copper. So we need 6. 6 of these, which is 360 copper. An ingot gives 90, so that's like 4 per each. No, that's like... 4. Yes, 4. So for 5, we're going to need 20. That's fine. Forgetting that I already have copper gears, of course, so that's kind of pointless. Oh, well. That's 3, so we need 5. That's just more of everything, kind of. We'll make 2 sets of these guys, and then just wait. That's kind of all I can do. I can just wait for a while. I could probably put some copper in this. Nope. Nope, that's full. Never mind. In the meantime, I have enough cores to make my drawer controller. So that's nice. 40 drawers. That means we have some extra as well, which is good to have. Let's see here. So you need to go out. You need to go in. I don't know why these are 2 different things, but that's okay. Was that trims or drawers? That was drawers. Very nice. So that makes 2 more. That means we can research the thing anyway. So I'll just remove that for now. Put these in and wait. All right, drawer controller. That's going to place down here where I can't reach it for a while. So it's completely pointless. But it'll be very important soon, I promise. And instead of standing around like an idiot, I can make this. Do I have any extra of the those coggy guys? No, the wood guys. No, of course not. Let's do green. I still have plank form green, so that's fine. Where do we have the gears? There is a gear. We need like 2 of those. I'm gonna make some extra just in case. You never know. Might need it for something else. Make 2 of those and make 1 of these. So can I put this here without removing that? No, I need to remove that cable. Goodbye cable, you're done. And then I removed the wrong one. Okay, I lost 2 of them, that's fine. So this is now actually connected. We'll legitimately have an inventory now if I just put a drawer there. And I have 8 of them, but I'm not going to use them. Is this done? That is done. Okay, you can start researching in just a sec. Flight block blueprint. All right. So 1 more of these guys. Do I have the resources for that? I need more coal. Is this empty? Yeah, it's empty, boys. Put another 4. Wait for that. Again, it's so much waiting. I feel like this pack is just me waiting. That's every single video. It's me saying, hey, I'm going to wait again. Might be a good idea to start working on the alloy kill. The alloy kill allows for automatic alloying. This can also be used to create obsidian, providing you have the research blueprint. Okay. Upgrades. Yeah. That's cool. What kind of machine frames. Yeah, these are the machine frames. So you can put these inside to make them faster. This does energy, but Jesus Christ, that's a lot of numbers. So wait, this makes everything faster? If I just place this inside of one of these, it becomes faster? Maybe. Anyways, irrelevant for now. I just want to get this thing done so we can start flying. Now we're going to have flight. I could have made this so long ago, but we're going to have flight. And I wouldn't say we're close, but we are getting kind of close to getting advanced technium. All we need to do is automate the deep slate thing, which means we need to... Oh my god, we need to basically do the steel setup again with the stone and stuff. That's fine. I think that's doable, actually. Yeah, I think I can do that in like an episode next time. Or I might even set this up between episodes, because it's kind of boring to look at since I've done it before. Either way. Flight block. 32 block range. So, wait, okay. Ironically, I can't fly to put this on top, but I'm going to try to, like, parkour. There we go. Huh! Ha-ha! I'm like Mickey Mouse. I don't know why I'm making Mickey Mouse sounds, but ha-ha! I can fly! Nice. And now I can just go under here and fix this. How does my base look like from under? Yeah, that's about what I expected. Let's just move this all the way over. Hopefully this connects. That would be really, really sweet and swell of the game to work like that. Boom. And item access. Is it out of range? It might be out of range, maybe? Is it connected properly? It should be connected. No. That is showing. That is showing all the items. So why are you not connected? Does it not work with that kind of thing? That might be a thing. Maybe it doesn't work with the drawer controller. It should. I don't know why it wouldn't. But what if we look at Tom? Is there another thing that... I can't speak. Is there another thing if we're connecting stuff? There shouldn't be. Configure how each inventory interacts with the inventory connector. Okay. Remove... Finish selection. Maybe that's the thing I need to do. I have an extra Tom score. I could do this. Let's just try. So if we go under here and we have a look at that. And then that. No, that just shows this. So add connected blocks. Click to add remove a single inventory. Oh, what am I doing? Is this it? Inventory configurator drawer controller. I don't understand. Click to add connected blocks. Maybe like that. Is that a thing? No. It'd make me really mad if I need to connect all the drawers separately. Okay, but what if... Okay. All right. Let's do this. Let's make another core. And I just want to see what happens if we connect a single drawer to this. Let's move this torch for now. Just one singular drawer and put, like, apples. If this works, I'm gonna eat my own sock. I mean, I'm not gonna do that because that's disgusting, because... I mean, I know where the sock has been and what it's done. You guys don't. You might be able to infer what I'm talking about. It's been a dog poop. But if we do this... No. Maybe it just doesn't work with inventories, like with the drawers. Yikes. Big yikes, my guys. Can be used to... Okay, wait. The configurator can be used to set priorities, and item filters can be used to filter items. It just doesn't work. That's really unfortunate. Or am I doing it wrong? What if we put the connector to this? If this doesn't work... Okay, something is wrong. That's what's happening here. Can I only have one terminal? That would make me mad. No, okay, we can keep the symmetry, possibly. Oh, I hate doing this. I hate having to, like, look for what's wrong. I did this when I was programming, and I hate it. But, like that? No? But that is connected. I think. Into the air? No, because there's no options for this. Include in inventory connectors side up? Front, maybe? We're looking north right now. Maybe that's the thing. Add connected blocks. Left click to select starting area. Right click. Oh, okay. Okay. So it doesn't show the entire thing. Oh, God. Left click to start area select. Right click in the area to do what? Exactly. Tiny size. Right click. There we go. Tiny. Oh my God, it is so tiny. Right click in the area to finish. There we go. Is it connected now? No, but it's super small. It's tiny. So that's, and then this. It's now unselected. AE line controls. No, I want refined storage controls. Sorting while shift holding. Pull from player's inventory when crafting. Terminal. Oh! Oh, no, not yet. We'll do that later. No. Thank you. Wait, inventory cable connector. Connects the inventory to the inventory network. Fine. Use the inventory configurator to filter. Fine. The beacon's level determines the range. The beacon's level determines the range. Oh, that's cool. We can get a visual. But it... Oh, no, I don't want that. Actually, that's pretty good visual to know. We can fly all the way out here, which is wild. How high can we fly? About that high. But, like, what do you mean the beacon? What beacon are you talking about? I don't see any beacon. Oh, wait, we need a connector. I think we need the inventory connector. Because this is inventory cable connector. So we need the... Okay. You know what? I might just be really dumb. I might have just missed a step. I know that everyone looking at this right now is absolutely just smashing everything in sight. But this might have been it. If I put this here. Yeah, okay. Okay, that was it. That was it. Ooh, that makes me angry. That makes me angry. Not at the game, but at myself because I'm dumb. That's just such a dumb move. How do we upgrade this to iron? Just 8 iron, I'm guessing. Do we need to do copper first? No, we can just do iron. Okay. I'm going to upgrade that. And I'm going to start putting chests under the island. Because why did I go get iron? I need to get used to this again. I need to get used to actually having this accessed. But if we put this down here, this is now where storage happens. It doesn't need to be sorted. It just needs to exist, which is good. So I'll just put you there. And then put you here. And then everything we put into the terminal goes into the chest below. Nice. That's a lot of storage. I mean, it's an iron chest, so it's not that much storage, but it's a lot of storage for me. I'm a poor man from a poor family. Nobody loves me. Anyways, sick. Pretty good progress today. Steel, redstone, flight, storage. I wonder what I'm going to put in a title and thumbnail. Probably flight and storage, because that's the coolest part. I'm just going to have this. Now I'll have that in the middle, and I have Tom storage around. I don't know yet. We'll see. This is such a mess, though. I love it. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider following, as I really do appreciate it. Don't forget following, subscribing. We're on YouTube, not Twitch. And do all that good stuff. I don't take full damage. Wait a second. I don't take full damage. Woo! But yeah, join the Discord, like the video, share the video if you really liked it. Because I really do appreciate that. And I said all the things. Oh wait, Discord links are in the channel and video description. I'm a genius. Anyways, next time we are gonna work towards getting advanced techium. I might not automate it because that's a pain and a half, but we'll get towards it by